You got to say, you know what? I want this bad. That I want this bad enough that I have a no excuse approach. I don't back out of my desire because something comes up. Let me tell you something. In life, things are going to always come up. If I stopped every single project and every single plan and every single thing I was doing because something came up, I would never have the success I have today. You really can afford anything you want, and you can have really what you desire. Say this with me. Say, I really can afford what I want, and I really can have what I desire. I'm telling you, the way will appear once you say yes. Sometimes you have to say yes and let all the rest show up. Sometimes we're stuck, and we're only stuck in a situation because we won't say yes to the right things. You should pull out your journal tonight and write a list of what have I not said yes to that's got me where I am today. What have I denied? What have I canceled? What have I said no to that on the other side of that is my big breakthrough? There's a turnaround for every situation. There's a way out. There's an answer. There is a yes for you. You just got to decide, what do I need to do? What have I been stopping myself from doing? You know, is there a product you have not created yet that is your big money maker? Because you have to just sit down and just get to it and record it. Is there a book that you haven't just wrote yet? And on the other side of that book is your big money maker. Is there a song you haven't recorded yet because you just think everybody's not ready for it, you know? And timing is everything, but is it things that you're holding yourself back on because the work it's going to take? So you really can't afford to have what you want, and you can really have what you desire. And let me tell you something about your desires, that your desires that are good, I'm not talking about some evil, crazy desire, but I'm talking about good desires. Good desires that you have are put on the inside of you because they're part of your purpose. So they're God-given desires. So your desire to live better is not like you just randomly decided I want a better house. And no, I'm being selfish because I want to move up and I want a bigger place to live in. No. That's a desire. Because that house is not only supposed to have provision and purpose for you, right, but for others that come by you. That's good. That's so good. It's a desire put in you because it's something you're supposed to manifest in the earth. So you have desires, and some of you are counseling your desires because you're now saying that, oh, I'm being selfish. It doesn't work. I shouldn't be wanting all this, and I shouldn't take on all this, and you know, oh, well, because it took so long, things aren't happening yet. Maybe I shouldn't even have those desires. No, those desires are on the inside of you because they're part of your purpose. So you just stir up your God-given desires, and you need to write a list of the things you desire to do, and then you got to get to work. You got to say, okay, now I need to see, where do I need to help to get these desires to be made manifest? Okay? Then, number 6, use the law of success attraction to believe in anything that you want. All right? So, I have the desires, Dr. Stacia. I want my business to be better. I want it to make more money. I want to increase. I have certain desires on the inside of me. So, what is stopping me? You just said this, and if this is really true, there's greatness inside of me. All this is supposed to be working me. Then what is it? You have to first believe you're worthy. Worthiness is huge. A lot of times we're waiting for somebody to come and tell us we're worthy when you got to believe you're worthy. So a lot of times we count ourselves out of the desires we have because we think we're not worthy. You're worthy to have wealth. You're worthy to have $1 million business. You're worthy to make 6 figures. You know, you're worthy to have a big brand. You're worthy of that. You have to believe that you're worthy. And now I'm here to tell you, I'm dubbing you right now, all right? Put your hand up, put your right hand up, all right, with me. I want you to say, I am now worthy of success. Dr. Stacia, the worthy queen, just showed up to tell me I don't need to wait for another. I'm already worthy. I can have wealth and riches in my house. I can have increase in my business. I can be a million or multi-million dollar business owner. I can have what I desire because I'm worthy of it. I'm worthy of greatness. I am great, and I am worthy right now. Not later, not tomorrow, not when I get everything fixed. I'm worthy now. And now, because I'm worthy, I'll work everything out. Come on, give yourself a big old clap for that. Put a 3 in the chat, only if you're worthy. So then you have to do this next thing you have to do after you're worthy is you have to make a firm decision that you want it. And there's no wavering. I'm worthy of it, and I want it, and I'm not wavering. Okay? So you got to say, I'm worthy, I want it, and I'm not wavering. Then after you make a decision that you want it, things will come up. Okay? So this is what happens every time. This happens every year. This happens with people that decide they want to coach with us. They want to get in. They're going to level up their business. They're going to go to the next level. They're going to make 6 figures, 8 figures, 7 figures, $1 million businesses. So they say, I believe it. I'm worthy. I want it. Okay. Then after that, you got to say, you know what? I want this bad. Not just want it, but I want it bad. How bad do you want it? Because now I have to want it bad enough that when the disruption comes, I stay the course. So when something happens next week, when something occurs with my family, the incident comes up, an unexpected bill comes up, my tire goes flat, and some money has to go out the door this way, something comes up over here. They asked me to help with something over here in the family that I want this bad enough that I have a no excuse approach. I don't back out of my desire because something comes up. Let me tell you something. In life, things are going to always come up. If I stopped every single project and every single plan and every single thing I was doing because something came up, I would never have the success I have today. Almost before every single major thing, something came up. The day before I was supposed to be on the Steve Harvey show, big interview, something came up. Major. But I still went and I did the show, and you know what? It worked itself out. The day before I was in New York and I was on the one of the biggest show doing the Good Morning show. Before I did that show, the night before that show, something came up. But I went through it and did the show. The day before I had my biggest book launch that we ever did, the night before we got ready to launch the book, something came up, but we launched the book. When we were creating our nail polish line and we were trying to figure out how to get the bottles and get everything done, right? And we had a meeting that was scheduled like 30 days out where we had all these people that were coming for the meeting to see all the information, see all the product. And we were supposed to be going to the finish line, manufacturing it, getting it all done. Right before that happened, we scheduled everything, paid for hotels, paid for presentation, paid for people to show up. Then right before that happened, something came up, a $30,000 bill. That's a big something came up. But I didn't say, oh, forget it. No, I quit. I can't figure this out. We figured it out. I made a decision. I'm in. I'm staying in. We're going to figure it out. We got the money and figured it out. When I launched my perfume company and I didn't know how to make the bottles, get the fragrance done, all that kind of stuff, we're in the middle of it. The first person quit on me. I had to get somebody from France. I had to really get a lady from Paris, the perfumery, to help me finish the product. I could have quit. I could have said, no, I'm not supposed to do this. I shouldn't have my own perfume. I'm telling you, something came up. But I pushed through. I got the money. I had rent to pay. I had school to pay. I had all the kind of stuff everybody else has to pay. But I still had a project on the table. I figured it out. And I paid the bills. And I got through it. And that perfume lasted for years and years and years and years and years. And do you know that I made, I'm telling you, hundreds of thousands of dollars off of that perfume? But something came up. So you got to decide, how bad do you want it? Because when something comes up, can you stay the course in your business, with your projects, with your launches? Can you stay the course?